Have you ever met someone in their 80s who still moves with the ease of someone half their age? Why do some older adults maintain their spark while others quietly fade into routine and restriction? And what if the secret to aging well wasn't genetics, but a few overlooked actions you can control today? Not all aging looks the same. You might look around at your friends, your neighbors, or even glance in the mirror and notice the stark contrast. Some people seem to slow down with every passing year. They accept their limitations, their energy dwindles, and that once vibrant light within begins to dim. But others? They defy the odds. They move with purpose, think sharply, and live in ways most 80-year-olds simply can't. Today, we're diving deep into 8 powerful indicators that show you're not just getting older, you're aging in reverse. These aren't vague guesses or feel-good phrases. They're real, measurable signs of strength, resilience, and lasting independence. Stay with me until the very end, because the final sign we'll cover is one that's often missed, but could be the most essential clue to unlocking not only longer life, but a more vibrant one. Before we begin, if you're finding value in these lessons on aging well, I invite you to support this channel by liking the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and turn on the bell, so you never miss insights that could transform your health after 70 or 80. And as a simple way to give feedback, if you like this video, drop a number 1 in the comments. If it's not for you, type 0. I read them all. Let's begin with the first key indicator, and it might surprise you: rising from a chair without using your hands. Now that might sound simple, even trivial. After all, how many times do we get up from a chair each day? But here's the truth. This small action reveals a lot about your body's overall condition. The ability to stand up unaided from a seated position is a reliable test of functional strength, balance, and coordination. Why? Because it calls on multiple systems to work in harmony. Your legs must be strong enough to lift your body. Your core has to stabilize your trunk. And your sense of balance must keep you steady during the transition. It's a full-body movement that quietly says, yes, I'm still strong. Yet, for many older adults, this ability begins to fade slowly. It often starts subtly. You push off with your hands just a little. Maybe you reach for the armrest without even noticing. Then one day, that push becomes a necessity. What once was effortless turns into something you must prepare for. This decline isn't just about weak legs. It's a signal, one that says your functional power is slipping. And without that, maintaining independence becomes more difficult with each passing year. This kind of strength, rising from a chair unassisted, is more than just a simple action. It's the foundation of daily independence, the quiet power that lets you move freely through your day without relying on anyone or anything. If you can still stand up smoothly without reaching for your hands, you're preserving something truly remarkable: the freedom to move on your own terms. Let me tell you about Eleanor. She was 82 and had always thought of herself as reasonably healthy. She didn't think twice about her movements, until one morning she noticed she was pressing hard on the kitchen table just to rise from her chair. It felt minor, unimportant. But only a week later, she lost her balance and fell while trying to get out of bed. That fall was a turning point, a sobering moment that made her realize how quickly independence can slip away. But Eleanor didn't give up. She began a gentle routine, just 10 minutes a day. Seated leg lifts, slow, controlled squats, and mindful breathing. Nothing intense. But within weeks, something incredible happened. Her confidence returned. Her legs, once wobbly and uncertain, felt grounded again. And the first time she stood up without holding on to anything, her smile said it all. That simple act became a symbol of everything she had reclaimed. Now, try this yourself the next time you stand up from a chair. Notice what your body does. Do your hands automatically reach for the armrest or a nearby table? Or do your legs lift you up with quiet strength? If you can perform this without help, you're holding on to something precious, an ability that many others lose too soon. It's a quiet, powerful signal that your body is still strong, still aging well, perhaps even aging in reverse. If you can still do this, I encourage you to comment one below. Let's celebrate these wins together, because each one is a sign that you're still moving forward, stronger than ever. Now, let's move to the second sign, and it's just as revealing. The ability to walk briskly without getting winded or losing your balance. At first glance, walking speed might seem insignificant. After all, most of us walk every day without thinking about it. But your pace isn't just a habit, it's a vital sign. It's one of the clearest, most predictive indicators of your overall health, especially as you age. Multiple studies have confirmed it. In fact, research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that walking speed in older adults closely correlates with life expectancy, sometimes even more accurately than standard medical tests. That's right. How fast you walk could tell more about your long-term health than a blood pressure reading. Why is that? Because walking briskly requires a remarkable collaboration between systems. Your heart needs to pump steadily. Your lungs have to take in and deliver oxygen efficiently. Your muscles must push you forward, step after step, and your brain must keep everything balanced, literally. So when you're able to walk briskly without gasping for air or feeling unsteady, it's a strong sign that your entire body is functioning in harmony. It's more than just a walk. It's proof that your systems are still thriving. When your body can move with purpose, quickly, confidently, and without hesitation, it's not just functioning, it's thriving. Ask yourself, if you suddenly had to catch a bus, could you do it without hesitation? Can you still walk a few blocks at a steady pace without needing to pause and catch your breath? Or have you quietly started avoiding longer distances, slowing down, and accepting breathlessness as your new normal? Leonard, a 79-year-old retired teacher, noticed this change creeping in. He had always enjoyed his morning walks, often circling his quiet neighborhood. But slowly, his pace began to drop. He told himself he was just being careful, that taking it slow was wise at his age. Then came the day he couldn't even make it around the block without stopping to lean against a tree. That moment stayed with him. It wasn't just physical exhaustion, it was a loss of confidence. A subtle erosion of something he had always taken for granted. But Leonard didn't give up. He set a simple goal: reach the mailbox a little faster each day, then walk to the corner without stopping. Gradually, he expanded his route. By the end of the month, he was walking 2 blocks briskly, without resting. And more importantly, he felt like himself again. His breathing improved, his energy returned, his spirit lifted. It wasn't just about getting from point A to B, it was about reclaiming momentum in life. Walking speed, you see, is far more than a number. It's a reflection of how well your heart, lungs, muscles, and brain are working together. When they're in sync, your pace feels light and natural. But when one part lags, everything slows down. That's why walking briskly, especially in your 70s and 80s, is one of the most accurate and reliable indicators of healthy aging and resilience. If you're still with me, and these insights are helping you reflect on your own abilities, please comment number 1 below. I appreciate you being here. Now, let's move on to the third key indicator: balancing on one foot for 10 seconds. It may sound like a childhood game, but don't underestimate it. This deceptively simple movement tells us a lot about your physical and neurological health. The ability to balance isn't something we think about until it starts to fade. And when it does, the consequences can be serious. Balance is a beautifully complex function. It requires strong, responsive muscles to stabilize you. It calls on your inner ear to tell your brain where your body is in space. Your eyes feed in visual cues to adjust for changes in the environment, and your brain must process and coordinate all this information in real time. When even one part of this system weakens, your stability suffers. And here's the danger: balance loss often begins subtly. You may feel a little unsteady when turning quickly or reaching down. You start grabbing railings, walking more cautiously, maybe avoiding stairs altogether. But these are early red flags, signals that your internal systems are losing coordination. Left unchecked, they increase the risk of falls, one of the leading causes of serious injury and long-term disability in older adults. Research published in the British Medical Journal has confirmed that balance is directly tied to longevity and recovery. Older adults who can maintain their balance, even for a few seconds on one foot, tend to recover faster from illness or injury, remain independent longer, and enjoy higher quality of life. So, being able to stand tall on one foot, even if only for 10 seconds, isn't just a party trick. It's a powerful testament to your body's internal harmony. Good balance doesn't just help you stay upright. It reflects the sharpness of your reflexes and the seamless coordination between your brain and body. If you've never tested this before, try it now. Stand near a stable surface, like a kitchen counter, just in case you need support. Lift one foot just a few inches off the ground. Can you hold that position for 10 seconds without wobbling or shifting your weight? If you can, you're demonstrating a remarkable level of neuromuscular control, something that many people lose with age but can absolutely work to regain. Judith, an 81-year-old retired librarian, discovered how much her balance had declined one ordinary morning. She was brushing her teeth when she realized she was leaning heavily against the sink, not out of fatigue, but because she couldn't stand on one foot without help. That quiet realization hit her harder than any medical diagnosis. It was her own body whispering that something vital was slipping away. Rather than ignore it, Judith took action. She began practicing balance each day while brushing her teeth. At first, she needed the wall for support, but over the course of a few weeks, her stability began to return. She was soon balancing with no assistance, standing strong and confident. That simple practice not only improved her coordination, it gave her back her sense of security. She no longer feared tripping over a rug or stepping off a curb. Balance is more than a protective measure against falls. It's a window into your nervous system's vitality and the quickness of your reflexes. Being able to maintain your balance for 10 seconds is a powerful, encouraging sign that your mind and body are still working in harmony and aging on your terms. If you're able to perform this test with confidence, take a moment to comment 3 below. You're in a rare group of older adults whose bodies and brains are still operating in remarkable sync. Now, let's talk about the fourth action, an ability that many underestimate until it's gone. Getting down to the floor and then rising back up without help. At first glance, this may seem like something only younger people or seasoned athletes would do, but don't let that assumption fool you. This movement is one of the clearest, most reliable indicators of overall physical function in older adults. Why? Because it calls upon nearly every major system in your body to work in unison. Your legs provide the power and drive. Your core muscles offer balance and support. Your arms assist with coordination and alignment. And perhaps most importantly, your nervous system must guide and synchronize every movement to ensure safety and control. For someone in their 80s, maintaining this ability is about far more than convenience. It's about independence. The ability to get up from the floor without relying on furniture, other people, or pulling yourself up with difficulty is a clear sign that your body remains agile, responsive, and strong. Let's explore what this movement means in practice in the next section. Stay with me, because if you can do this, it speaks volumes about how well you're preserving the power and vitality that keeps you living life on your terms. Your arms provide the power, but it's your balance, coordination, and flexibility that allow the movement to flow smoothly. Getting down to the floor and standing back up is not just a physical challenge, it's a full-body exam. It's one of the most complete tests of how your body functions as a whole. And yet, for many older adults, the floor begins to feel off-limits. Not because they don't want to sit on the floor and play with their grandchildren or do a bit of stretching, but because of one quiet, growing fear. What if they can't get back up? That fear, left unaddressed, often leads to avoidance. And that avoidance creates a vicious cycle. Less movement weakens the muscles, reduces joint mobility, and chips away at self-confidence. Slowly, the floor becomes a symbol of limitation rather than possibility. Over time, this simple barrier reshapes everyday life. People stop kneeling to garden, skip playing on the ground with grandkids, or hesitate to pick up something that's rolled under the couch. The result? A shrinking world and a fading sense of independence. Frank, an 83-year-old great-grandfather, knows this experience well. One afternoon, his great-granddaughter invited him to play a board game on the living room floor. He paused, not because he didn't want to join her, but because deep down, he wasn't sure he could get back up. That moment struck him. It wasn't just about the game, it was about his autonomy. That evening, Frank decided something needed to change. He began a simple but consistent routine. Slow squats next to his bed, seated leg lifts in the morning, and gentle kneel-to-stand exercises. Day by day, his confidence returned. Within a few weeks, he could sit and rise from the floor with ease. But more importantly, he did it with pride and freedom that echoed in every part of his life. This seemingly small act, rising from the floor, goes far beyond the physical. It signals your readiness to engage with life fully, without hesitation or fear. If you're watching this and can still perform this action independently, you're preserving one of the most powerful tools of resilience and independence. Now let's talk about Action 5. Carrying a full grocery bag without struggling. This may sound like an everyday, ordinary task, but don't be fooled. It's one of the clearest reflections of upper body functional strength. It engages your arms, shoulders, back, and especially your grip. Beyond that, it calls on your joints for stability and your nervous system for coordination. It's a total body task hidden in plain sight. As we grow older, we naturally begin to lose muscle mass, especially in the upper body, a process known as sarcopenia. What once felt like a light load can suddenly seem like a burden. If you've ever found yourself switching hands often, feeling strain in your shoulders, or hesitating to lift heavier bags from the car to the kitchen, your body may be signaling that strength is slipping. But here's the good news. If you're still able to carry a full grocery bag with control and confidence, you're holding on to something vital, the strength that allows you to navigate everyday life without assistance. It's not just about the groceries. It's about preserving your ability to function independently in the world. Let's continue exploring how each of these everyday movements quietly reveals how well your body is aging and what you can do to stay ahead of the curve. If you can carry that grocery bag all the way from your car to the kitchen counter without needing to pause, shift your weight in discomfort, or call someone for help, you're doing more than just lifting a bag. You're demonstrating real-world strength, the kind that empowers you to move through life independently. That's not just physical strength, it's functional strength. And that, especially in your 80s, is one of the greatest health assets you can have. Functional strength isn't about bench pressing in a gym or showing off muscles. It's about those small, everyday victories that many people take for granted, the ones that allow you to live life on your own terms. It's the ability to do your own shopping, bring your groceries inside, and put them away without assistance. It's being in control of your body and your environment, no matter your age. Let me introduce you to Walter, a retired teacher now in his 80s, with a playful spark in his eye and a fierce sense of independence. For years, Walter had a ritual, carrying every grocery bag from his car to his apartment in one go, just like he did back in his 40s. Arms full, steps steady, he made it a point of pride. But age has a quiet way of slipping in. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, those same bags started to feel heavier. His shoulders ached a little more, his grip started to tire, and one day, halfway up the stairs, he had to set them down. His breathing was labored. His pride took a hit. That single moment made him stop and reflect. But instead of shrugging it off as just getting older, Walter decided to take charge. He didn't aim for big, dramatic changes. He began with small, intentional steps. Every evening, he'd squeeze a tennis ball to rebuild his grip strength. While watching the news, he picked up light dumbbells and did a few reps. During commercial breaks, he'd push against the wall, building strength bit by bit. He even turned carrying a single grocery bag into daily training, gradually increasing the weight over time. 6 weeks later, not only was Walter carrying his groceries again, but he was doing so with a renewed sense of power. He stood taller, moved with more assurance, and most importantly, he felt in control of his body again. You see, carrying groceries isn't just about getting things from point A to point B. It's a full body assessment in disguise. Your core muscles work to stabilize your spine. Your arms and shoulders hold the weight. Your legs propel you up steps or across uneven ground. Even your heart and lungs are engaged to keep your body energized and steady. So if you can still carry a full grocery bag without grimacing, pausing, or needing a second attempt, you're holding on to a rare strength. It's more than just convenience. It's a powerful sign that your body is aging with resilience, grace, and capability. That strength is something to be proud of. It's a quiet, steady proof that you're still in command of your life, one bag at a time. If that ability sounds familiar to you, if you can still lift, carry, and move with that kind of control and strength, type 5 in the comments below. It's not just a task. It's a reflection of your resilience, your capability, and your refusal to give in to limitations. Being able to perform that kind of everyday function places you ahead of most, and that deserves to be recognized and celebrated. Now let's talk about another powerful sign of aging well. One that shows your body's endurance, balance, and coordination are still working together in harmony, climbing a flight of stairs without stopping. Stairs are the ultimate equalizer. They don't care how old you are, how busy your day has been, or what excuses you might have. They test your body in real time. With every step upward, they demand energy, strength, and determination. If you can reach the top of a staircase without needing to pause for breath, grip the railing for dear life, or feel your legs trembling beneath you, you are demonstrating a level of vitality and control that many your age have already lost. This isn't just about getting to the next floor. It's a full-body assessment. Climbing stairs activates your leg muscles to push you up, your core to stabilize your balance, your heart to keep pumping, and your lungs to deliver oxygen efficiently. It's a coordinated dance between your systems, each one supporting the other, each step revealing how well your body works under pressure. Think of it like negotiating with gravity. It's either working with you or against you. Take Irene, for example, an 82-year-old grandmother known for her warm laugh and unshakable spirit. Just 2 years ago, a small slip on her porch steps rattled her deeply. From that day forward, she avoided stairs whenever possible. Elevators, ramps, escalators, anything to avoid another scary fall. She told herself it was the safer choice. But then came the family visit. Her daughter's house had only one bathroom, and it was on the second floor. The climb felt like a mountain. By the time she reached the top, her breath was ragged, her legs shook, and embarrassment flushed across her face as her grandchildren looked on. That moment hit hard. But instead of accepting that struggle as her new normal, Irene made a choice. She started with baby steps, literally. 3 steps at a time, gripping the railing, focusing on her form. Each movement was slow, intentional. She paired her stair practice with deep breathing exercises to expand her lung capacity and took short walks each day to rebuild leg strength. Progress was gradual, but steady. In just 2 months, Irene was climbing a full flight of stairs with no need to stop. Her breath was even, her heart strong, and most importantly, her confidence returned. She wasn't just climbing stairs anymore. She was reclaiming her independence and rewriting her story of aging. Now that's what real strength looks like. She reclaimed a part of herself that had been buried under fear. No longer was she the woman who hesitated at the bottom of the stairs. She became Irene, strong, determined, and unshakable. Her journey reminded us all that reclaiming a lost ability can often restore more than just function. It can restore identity. Doctors and health professionals regularly point to stair climbing as a quick, reliable test of your heart and lung health. Why? Because the movement demands much more than just leg strength. When you climb a staircase, 10 to 12 steps without resting, you're putting your cardiovascular system to the test. Your heart must pump efficiently, your lungs must deliver oxygen without delay, and your muscles must coordinate seamlessly. If you can do all that without pausing or losing your balance, your body is telling you something powerful. It's still working in remarkable harmony. So ask yourself, can you make it up those stairs without leaning on the railing or stopping to catch your breath? If so, that's not just a win for your physical strength. That's evidence of energy, resilience, and vitality that many people your age only wish they still had. If that sounds like you, type 6 in the comments below and be proud of the strength you've preserved. Now let's shift to another crucial sign of aging well, one that's not about the body, but about the mind. The ability to recall recent conversations and events with clarity. So many people assume that memory loss is a guaranteed part of getting older. But the truth is, that's not always the case. Sure, everyone forgets a name or a grocery item now and then, no matter their age. But if you can still clearly remember what you had for dinner last night, details from a recent phone conversation, or the storyline of a movie you watched last week, you're showing signs of a brain that's aging gracefully. That kind of memory strength is more than just convenient. It's a strong signal that your brain's health is intact. Your neural pathways are firing smoothly, your cognitive processing is still sharp, and your mind is engaged. Memory function reflects so much more than just recollection. It tells us about blood flow in the brain, the health of your neurons, and your body's ability to store and retrieve information efficiently. Now let me introduce you to Howard, an 84-year-old retired librarian with a calm voice and a mind as sharp as ever. Howard could still list the birthdays of all his grandchildren, recall every home address he'd ever lived at, and even name his high school teachers from 7 decades ago. When someone asked him his secret, Howard didn't hesitate. "I stay curious," he said. "I read books. I chat with strangers at the cafe. I listen to podcasts. I never stopped feeding my mind." And that's the point. Howard's mental clarity didn't happen by accident. It was the result of a lifetime of continuous learning, social interaction, and mental engagement. Just like muscles, the brain craves stimulation. Activities that challenge your memory, push your thinking, and engage your curiosity help your cognitive health stay vibrant even as the years go by. Engaging in activities like reading, writing, solving puzzles, playing board games, or even diving into lively conversations about current events with friends acts as more than just entertainment. It's a workout for your brain. Each time you challenge your mind, you're not only recalling information, you're actively building new neural connections, strengthening your brain's ability to adapt and remain resilient. These activities promote neuroplasticity, the brain's natural power to reorganize itself, even in later years. Numerous studies have shown that seniors who remain socially and mentally engaged experience a much lower risk of cognitive decline. It's not just about keeping busy. It's about stimulating the mind in ways that keep it sharp, flexible, and fully present. So if you can still recall specific details of a recent phone call, remember where you left your reading glasses, or discuss a movie you just watched with clarity and enthusiasm, type 7 in the comments. That kind of mental clarity is a quiet superpower. It means you're not just aging, you're thriving. You're staying mentally agile, emotionally connected, and fully tuned into the life you're living. And if you're still watching this video, still absorbing these insights, I want to thank you personally. Please type number 3 in the comments to let me know you're here with me. Your presence means a lot, and your time is valuable. Now, let's move to the final sign, one that's often overlooked, but absolutely vital. Waking up feeling rested and ready to start the day. Quality sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Think of it as the ultimate repair mechanism for your body and mind. During deep sleep, your muscles rebuild, your brain processes and stores memories, and your immune system resets to protect you from illness. As we age, however, sleep patterns often shift. You may notice lighter sleep, frequent awakenings, or difficulty falling asleep. But if you're over 80 and still wake up most mornings feeling refreshed, clear-headed, and eager to take on the day, that's no small feat. It's your body telling you it's still healing, still strong, and still maintaining balance. Sleep is a cornerstone of healthy aging. Without it, the risk of heart disease, memory problems, weakened immunity, and even depression rises dramatically. But with good restorative sleep, the aging process slows. Your mood stabilizes, your energy returns, and your mind remains sharp. Let me introduce you to Ruth, an 86-year-old artist whose vibrant watercolors brought color and life into every corner of her cozy apartment. For years, Ruth had no trouble sleeping. But recently, she noticed she was waking up groggy, relying on naps just to get through the afternoon. Concerned, she visited her doctor, who ran a series of tests, only to find that physically, Ruth was in good shape. The issue wasn't with her body. It was with her bedtime routine. Late-night television, exposure to bright screens, and inconsistent sleep hours had thrown her natural rhythm off course. With the help of a sleep specialist, Ruth learned how to adjust her evening habits, dimming the lights, avoiding screens before bed, and creating a consistent nighttime ritual. And the results? Within weeks, she was waking up bright-eyed, clear-minded, and ready to paint again. Her story is a reminder that sleep is not just about rest. It's about restoration, resilience, and living each day with full energy and purpose. She made small but transformative changes to her nightly routine. Ruth began dimming the lights an hour before bedtime, sending a gentle signal to her brain that it was time to start winding down. Instead of falling asleep to the glare of late-night TV, she turned to the soothing rhythm of a good book. Each morning, she opened her curtains wide to welcome the natural sunlight, helping her body reset its internal clock and regulate her sleep-wake cycle. She even incorporated a short, peaceful evening walk to release the day's tension and ease into rest. Within just 3 weeks, Ruth's sleep began to shift dramatically. She was waking up feeling refreshed and truly rested. Her creativity returned, her memory became sharper, and she felt more like herself again, energized, uplifted, and focused. It was as if her body had pressed a reset button, allowing her to step into each day with renewed vitality. Sleep experts often point to several indicators of healthy rest: falling asleep within 30 minutes, staying asleep for most of the night, and waking up naturally without an alarm. These patterns signal a well-regulated sleep system, an internal balance of hormones, a calm nervous system, and a body that's still functioning with precision and grace. So if you're one of those who wake up most mornings feeling rested and ready to take on the day, type 8 in the comments. It's not just a lucky break. It's a reflection of deep cellular repair and a body that still knows how to heal and restore itself from the inside out. Now, if you've followed this journey up to this point, pause for just a moment. What we've been exploring together isn't merely a checklist of actions or milestones. It's more than that. It's a mirror, a reflection of your resilience, your quiet strength, and the amazing ways your body, mind, and spirit have carried you through the years. In today's world, aging is often portrayed as a story of decline, losing strength, slowing down, fading into the background. But the truth is far more powerful and uplifting. Some of the most vibrant, capable, and inspiring individuals I've met are in their 70s, 80s, and beyond. They're still carrying their own groceries, still climbing stairs without hesitation, still remembering the laughter in a friend's voice, and waking up each morning with a sense of purpose and a heart full of life. If even a few of these signs resonate with you, then you're not merely getting older. You're growing stronger. You're not just enduring the passage of time. You're proving that it's possible to thrive in it. You are the living evidence that aging can be a journey of sharpening awareness, deepening joy, and embracing each day with clarity and courage. And even if you've noticed a few areas where you've slipped, maybe those stairs seem steeper lately, or your memory isn't quite as crisp, don't lose heart. Awareness is the beginning of transformation. Every single day offers a fresh opportunity to rebuild, to regain strength, and to renew what time may have gently worn down. Strength can be rebuilt through small, steady efforts. Balance, though it may waver, can be restored with consistent practice and patience. Memory, once thought to fade with time, can sharpen again when we keep our minds engaged and curious. And purpose, that deep sense of meaning, can be rediscovered simply by reaching out, connecting, and opening our hearts to others. The truth is, healing and growth don't come with an expiration date. It's never too late to begin again. Wherever you are on your journey right now, remember this: you are still here. You are still capable. And you are still evolving into the strong, wise, and resilient person you were always meant to be. Thank you for joining us as we explored these 8 powerful signs that you're not just aging, you're aging in reverse. Together, we've seen how strength, balance, memory, and even sleep can reshape our understanding of what it truly means to grow older. Aging doesn't have to signal decline. It can mark a bold return to vitality, a rise in energy, and a renewed confidence in your body and mind. Now take a quiet moment to reflect. What insight from today truly spoke to you? Was it the reminder to stand tall without using your hands? The encouragement to walk briskly and breathe freely? Or perhaps it was the importance of honoring restful sleep, letting your body reset and heal each night? Whatever it was, we'd love to hear it. Please share in the comments one thing you've learned today and how you plan to apply it to stay strong, sharp, and independent. Your words might be the exact message someone else needs to hear today. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting health insights designed to help you thrive at every age. Stay curious, stay kind, and most importantly, keep moving forward. Wishing you lasting health, true happiness, and deep peace. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint.